It became public knowledge today that the San Diego Padres were in the final running for Chris Bassett, and now they've pivoted towards Ace, ex-World Series champion, the best postseason pitcher of the last 4 years, Nathan Eovaldi. Let's talk about it. How's it going, everyone? My name's FamedFriar. Welcome back to another video where today we're discussing the Padres now making a pivot move and making an attempt at Nate Eovaldi. It's been reported by multiple people now that he has been called on by the Padres. The Padres call this camp, quote unquote. And now we're going to discuss this because I don't know about you guys, but Nate Eovaldi has been my favorite pitcher to get all offseason. So first of all, how did this all come together? Obviously, if they're willing to spend money on Bassett, they're willing to spend on Eovaldi. They're going to be similar ballpark in that good tier of pitchers. Not elite, but good tier for sure. But the bigger value with this, in my opinion, is this right here. That means they're willing to take on someone that has a qualifying offer, so they're willing to risk the second and fifth round pick. That's huge. That means that they're willing to go out and do whatever it takes to win this year. But besides that, it also means that they can go ahead and go after Nate Eovaldi. Let's talk a bit about Nate Eovaldi for the people that don't know who Nate Eovaldi is. First of all, the big thing I'm going to say that jumps off the paper is that he's the best pitcher in the last 4 years in the postseason. I mean, the guy thrives through the postseason. He even had this to say. I will play this clip right now. When he pitched in the 2021 wildcard game, he had this to say.
I want to be in these situations. I want to compete against the best. I want to compete against the teams that are the hottest at that time. I take a lot of pride in what I do, and our division's one of the best out there. So you got to be prepared to come in every game, every start, locked in, ready to go. It's one of the toughest things about the wild card game. It comes down to one. We fought hard to get here to this point, and once you get into the playoffs, anything can happen.
Yeah, so that's what you want in a guy that's going to pitch in the postseason. You'll never hear that come out of Mike Clevenger's mouth. You'll never hear that come out of Sean Manaea's mouth. No, this is a legit guy who's going to perform at the postseason, and he is going to, do what he does best, which is, once again, perform in the postseason. The guy has disgusting stuff. There's a 5-minute compilation on YouTube of him throwing pitches above 100 miles an hour. Like, this guy has disgusting stuff. He has very quality stuff. Now, let's talk about the money side of things a bit here. Yeah, so the money for Nate Eovaldi is definitely going to be interesting. He wants more than Chris Bassett. That's what I was informed. And he wants more years. He wants more money. He's a year younger than Bassett. Bassett is 34 when he signed this contract. And Nate Eovaldi deserves more money than Chris Bassett. Let's frankly be honest here. He's a better pitcher than Chris Bassett. He finished 4th in Cy Young. He's one of the best postseason pitchers of the last 5 seasons. This guy is up there for a reason. So let's go ahead and discuss kind of more what I think it's going to take. I think to get Nate Eovaldi, it's going to take 4 years, 80 to 90 million. It's going to be a lot of money. It's a great investment, but the biggest issue is his body going to hold up? Of course, like I said, in 2021, he finished 4th in Cy Young voting, but that's also because he didn't miss a single start. If this guy stays healthy, he's a top 10 pitcher in baseball, in my opinion. It's just whether or not he's going to stay healthy. His arm gets hurt, his knee gets hurt, his back gets hurt, his shoulder gets hurt. He's one of those guys that has an injury all the time. But if we throw in, maybe another starting pitcher to add to this rotation, so now you have a deeper rotation, now you're talking about not needing to pitch him as much. He's going to be more rested. He's going to be more healthy. He's going to be all the more important things that you need him for. And that's why it's important to sign him. We know what he's going to do in the postseason. We know what he's going to do in the regular season. The battle is he going to stay on the field? And if you have a 6, maybe even 7-man rotation, I don't see how he's going to get injured. He's going to have supplement time to rest. He's going to have everything, ample time to rest, just perfect scenario for him. In my opinion, you'd slot him into that 4 spot, but let's be honest here. If you wanted to call on Nate Eovaldi for the game 1 of the wild card series, you can. If you want to call on game 7, you can. If you want to call on Nate Eovaldi to get a save in the postseason, you can. There's not a lot of people in baseball that can do that. Yeah, sure, Nick Martinez can do that, but not the way Nate Eovaldi can do it. Nate Eovaldi can do all those things at 10 times the level Nick Martinez can, and that's because he's been there before. He has that talent level. There's not that many more talented pitchers in baseball than him. I was discussing this with a group of my friends. Guys, this is a guy that has the same stuff as Jacob deGrom, but his biggest issue is he doesn't have the location that Jacob deGrom has. If he improves his location under Ruben Nebula, we're talking about a guy that's a perennial Cy Young candidate, and we can lock him down for 3 to 4 years. That would be huge. I don't think there's a better situation than that. And that's why I think it's so important to sign him now. Yes, he only pitched 108 innings this year. Yes, he had trouble staying healthy, but I mean, at the same time, this is a guy that, didn't miss a start in 2021. And from 2018 to 2021, he was very, very healthy. 2022, he had some injury concerns. If we can put that by us, we're going to have one of the best pitchers in baseball as our fourth man in our rotation. He's easily the second. He's easily a 2 on any other team, but now we're talking about having him as a 4 behind Joe Musgrove, Yu Darvish, Blake Snell. Like all these guys that are insane pitchers already, you're adding to an insanely deep rotation, and that's huge. That is huge. But once again, the big thing that comes away with me when I discuss Nate Eovaldi is the guy is a postseason pitcher, which we lacked last year, and that cost us probably a trip to the World Series, to be completely honest. But yeah, guys, that is just my take on our connection with Nate Eovaldi. Guys, if you have any questions, please comment down below, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.
305 to the 619, baby. Let's go. Let's go, San Diego. Live that shit up, San Diego. Let's fucking go. Woo! It's our fucking house.
Hey.
It's our house right here, baby. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Hey.